My beautiful collective gang, what it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful collective. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. We have a lot to unpack here, you guys. Somebody has a lot to say, whomever this energy is. I think you're going to be quite surprised, okay? You're like, nobody can surprise me, right? With the Tower in the reverse, you're very much a controlled individual. You try to remain in control of the things that are transpiring in your life, but you do not have control over this resurgence or this kind of spinning of the block. Here's what I mean by that. Of course, you get to decide whether or not you will deal with this person again or not, but the way that it's showing up will definitely kind of hit a soft spot. I just have to warn you in reference to that, okay? Let's keep in mind these messages are general, however, right? It's for any zodiac sign, absolutely any zodiac sign. As a matter of fact, tell me what your sign is down below, okay? It's a little roll call down there, okay? Represent for your gang. Everybody click that like button and the subscribe button. We don't have time to waste. We need to unpack this, okay? So the very first card out, you guys, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is about change. It's also about karma. So I do feel like regardless of how this turns out, this had to happen. This is being divinely guided, this resurgence, right? This is somebody who I feel you have no doubt cut off or you will. Keep in mind, tarot is fluid, okay? And what that means is this could be something that has already occurred, something that is currently unfolding, or something predictive of the future. The energy that's showing up here today kind of played with your feelings is what I'm hearing. I feel like this person played it too cool, or they either tried to come off very cold. I mean, a little bit more detached than necessary. This person likes you a whole lot more than you realize. And I do get that they are kind of potentially regretting, making you feel like you were going to avoid a disaster by walking away from them or changing the tone of the connection between the two of you, right? So you either have disengaged completely from this person, or you just made it very clear that the two of you are on different paths going in different directions and is possibly not equally yoked, right? They hate that, right? I feel like this person struggles with their self-esteem, only in the sense of they feel like, if I'm into somebody, I don't want to have to do too much, right? And the reason I say that is we have the Page of Cups, right? Not the best card to be popping out if we're talking about somebody who is now viewing you as the one, or viewing you as a long-term committed partnership, marriage even, having children, the white picket fence, the doggy, all of that, right? Like these are all of the things that they are internalizing, yet they show up as the Page of Cups. So that's bullshit to me. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why would you do that? Wouldn't you not want them to know how you actually feel? So that I feel like that is something that this person struggles with, right? They struggle with like their emotions. They struggle with showing their feelings, being vulnerable, like actually saying what it is. 10 of Cups is way too much emotion for this person, even though that's exactly how they feel. And might I add, the two of you may have two totally different love languages, and the communication was ass. That's what they said, not me. Okay, communication was lacking here. So you're not a mind reader. You can't read their fucking mind. You do not know that this person kind of views you as happiness, as comfort, right? A soft place to land. They view you as someone that they feel secure with, someone that feels safe. Now, the whole safe thing, that doesn't really sit well with me because that breeds comfort, right? And it's not that you want somebody to be uncomfortable with you, but it's like, the way that they were showing up, you know what I mean? It suggests to me that they thought it would be quite all right. I don't get that you're the aloof type of person, even though you might be. It's still, the Page of Cups for me is not a big enough offer to signify to somebody that you want exclusivity, that you want them to drop all of their options, right? And that is what this person was kind of trying to signal to you, but the miscommunication is just crazy here. So I do feel like you either cut this person off or you just kind of friend zoned them. With the Wheel of Fortune here, that is this person's karma. That is a lesson that they have to learn. It is not your job to build them. It's not your job to build them up, to build up their self-esteem, to give them more confidence, to make them see what they're doing wrong. That's all on them, right? And I feel like that's something that they need to recognize. So this person may have a little bit of codependency issues that they had to work through, or these are things that they're now recognizing about themselves. I do see that wheel turning, right? It's sort of giving me the image of like a pendulum. So this person is kind of like back and forth in reference to whether or not they want to come towards you. I don't get that you intimidate this person, but I do feel like they fear rejection, right? It would kind of break them into pieces. This is why they're kind of going back and forth. There's also this notion kind of wondering whether or not they were the only one, or whether or not the two of you were already exclusive. What they mean by that is, were you seeing anyone else while the two of you were dating? They were not. And they also haven't been seeing anybody since the two of you have split. Now, for a portion of you, this person may have done something to really bother you, hurt your feelings. I do feel like that was unintentional, okay? That is not what they intended, but this person has things that they had to work through. So I would really love to know down in the comments how long it's been since the two of you have been in separation. They've had a lot of time to think. They do wonder if whether or not they have kind of missed out on the chance, right? And I say that because one of the cards that popped out that's not really in the midst of the reading, but it's kind of on the outskirts, so it feels like it's like an afterthought to this person. They're still going to come towards you because you don't come by the 10 of Cups every day. But the Star card in the reverse signifies that they possibly thought that they had like a once in a lifetime opportunity or a connection that you just don't come by every day. This is the kind of chemistry that you really just don't find everywhere. It's rare, right? There's a rarity here. They're giving me the sentence, when is the last time you've touched a star? Well, wait, right? That is the Star card. It's like a miracle. Now, I'm not saying that they feel like you are a miracle in their life, but I do feel like they are now having this idea that you were a gift. Okay, so they possibly should not have played it the way that they play all of their relationships, right? The way that things played out in their relationships in the past is if they come towards you with the Page of Cups energy, which is really the bare minimum, y'all, okay? It's not quite breadcrumbing, but it is the very much so bare minimum. It gives me the energy of somebody who is kind of nonchalant. It gives me the energy of somebody who is kind of like, it is what it is. It gives me the energy of somebody who's not really putting much effort behind their actions. They're doing stuff, but like, there's no passion behind it. It is that kind of first stages of a love affair, right? The teenage love affair though, right? So they're giving me like the difference between falling in love when you were a teenager and falling in love when you're a fucking adult. 10 of Cups, right? It's like they were still wrapped up in how they possibly would have shown up when they were younger. Age doesn't matter. They're giving the difference between a connection when you're a teenager, right? The butterflies, the calla lilies, the unicorns. Oh my! Neither one of you got jobs. Neither one of you got money. Neither one of you got a car. Neither one of you got a license, a house, nothing. All you got is the love, right? And pigs can fly, right? You have all of these dreams, all of these things that you want to accomplish, and it's easy to kind of be equally yoked with someone at this age because you haven't established yourself. But the two of you are full grown. Am I wrong? I don't think I am. So the 10 of Cups is the energy that they needed to be coming with, but they didn't. So they do feel like they've sabotaged this unintentionally, right? Really bothering them. I have to admit that this 9 of Pentacles over here, the truth, okay, so this is what they're saying, right? The Ace of Swords along with this 9 of Pentacles is, the truth of the matter is they don't necessarily like you being available, okay? They kind of thought that whatever attempt they made to show you their interests, which wasn't much, Page of Cups can almost be considered an empty offer, right? It's just not sustainable. It's not a lot. Coming towards somebody with the Page of Cups when you are grown adults with lives and bills and kids and shit to do, and you know, yeah. This could feel like the bare minimum, like I said, barely scraping the bottom. It's almost as if you may kind of question whether or not this person is really into you or not. And I feel like the type of time that you're on is, if you have to question it, then you're going to fucking leave it. They never saw that coming. And it's not that they feel like you deserve less. This is not somebody who habitually is used to giving as much effort that's needed in order to sustain a connection with someone like you. There is a difference, okay? So they are viewing you as an emperor or an empress. For some of you, you are on your way to that status. You may be pre-empress status. Very good statuses either way it goes. It just kind of signifies where you are in your journey. They're giving you that title, right? They're propping you up on this pedestal and really recognizing the error of their ways is actually possibly really bothering them internally. With all of these swords here that are more on the lower vibrational level. So the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, not the best energies for somebody to be in. They're trying to establish this confidence, right? To come back, to say something, to kind of spill out their heart. I do feel like a confession coming. This person may throw that L word out there. I feel like they're going to come in possibly wearing their heart on their sleeves, but not in the traditional sense. What do you mean, Empress? Well, Not you dropped on the floor. We have the Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Ten of Pentacles. So this person, absolutely, there's like, this Lovers card signifies to me sort of a sense of urgency. Okay, so they have went to either seek out some kind of guidance, okay, with the Hierophant here, some kind of counseling, maybe therapy, maybe talking to a confidant. They've been making some major changes whilst the two of you have not been communicating. And it is so that they can come in with a big daddy, big mama offer, one that you cannot refuse is what I'm hearing, right? So they want to come correct. They feel like they do not have any time to spare. And they also feel like they do not have many chances either. You are a big fish. What the fuck? So they need a big net. That's what I'm hearing. Even this pentacle right here looks like a net, right? So they do know that they don't have time to play games. They have to come correct. They have to do the work. They have to do what they need to do. I do feel like this person is awakening in an extent, right? To an extent. I don't get a whole lot of toxicity from this individual, right? That will be a case by case basis. What I get mainly is this person has been like in autopilot, right? Every relationship that they have conducted themselves in possibly has been very emotionally immature. They possibly have not dealt with someone on your level, meaning someone who has the requirements that you might have, or the boundaries that you might have, or the standards that you might have, and prerequisites, right? And like, you know, they got to fill out an application, goddamn, and then they on a probational period and shit. They can't use a company card, nothing. They can't show up late or nothing, right? You have to really come correct, or that ass is out of here. So it's sort of giving the energy of somebody who feels like they're walking on a tightrope. Okay, so there is a nervousness here, you guys. I don't get that they've like come towards somebody with this sort of energy before, but they are a bit nervous that somebody will snatch you up if they wait too long, right? They're now pointing out the staircase on the Hierophant card. So that does signify to me somebody who is elevating mentally, physically, emotionally, right? Spiritually. They are ascending and they have to level up. Okay, and they got to do it fast, right? Now, you will be the one to decide whether or not this is still something that you are interested in. But I do feel like this person feels like if they were to do this for anybody, it would be for you, bitch. That is it. That is all. This could also be somebody who has never really had the kind of connection that the two of you have had before. Well, that makes total sense. What are you talking about? That's everything that I just said. What do you mean? With the Lovers card here, right? Yeah, they may fantasize about you, is what I'm hearing. For a great majority of you, I don't get that you got to the point of like physical, right, sexual energy. But that is something that they feel, right, when they look at you, when they see you, if they have pictures of you, if they've seen you online, they may fantasize about you. And then I feel like as soon as they have some form of a fantasy, even if the fantasy is not sexual, it could be a fantasy about the two of you, you know, galloping through the park, okay, or going on a fantastic vacation, or you coming to meet their parents, something of the sort, something that is considered in a Ten of Pentacles type of way, right? Ten of Pentacles is like sharing finances. It is a union. It is coming together. It is, you know, it's a really established connection. It is one that is built to last, right? So the fantasies might not have anything to do with sexually charged energy yet. I feel like some of them really, you know, they can't help themselves, right? They are very much so attracted to you physically. I feel like as soon as they have that fantasy, then on the other hand, they start to think about that you possibly having those situations and or moments, right? Memories with another person. Because let's not forget that the Lovers can signify duality. It can signify two people or two energies. Some of you may have already been seeing other people while dating this person. I do get that you may have been in a dating phase, having a start and line up, the whole 9 yards, right? Others of you quickly moved on, okay? Or you just decided to count your losses, and now you are currently seeing someone by the time this person comes back around. This is why they're trying to make sure that they have all of their ducks in a row, right? Like it's ironclad. You won't be able to not want this. You will not be able to resist this, baby, right? They've made some monumental changes, you guys, okay? And I do feel like it will be a surprise to you. Even though the Tower is in the reverse, I feel like this is going to surprise you. The way that this person is showing up, it is giving very much so boss-ass energy. This is somebody who is leveling up. They're no longer intimidated. They've gotten their confidence in check. They've gotten their self-worth in check. They do want something long-term and long-committed. Now, here's what I will say. I still don't see a whole lot of cups. This is not somebody who is overly emotional, guys, right? The Pentacles is what they're showing up with. They're going to show up with something of substance, something that you can bet on, something that you can rely on, something that is secure, right? Make you feel safe, make you feel secure, protect that heart, protect your emotions, protect the energy, right? Protect the union. That is the Ten of Pentacles. They're not really coming in, you know, sitting on a rainbow with their heart on their sleeve, you know, wanting to, right, play love songs and write poems. That's not this person's, and that's just not who they are, guys, right? So they're not changing who they are. They're leveling up who they already were, and they are ascending to another level. They are ascending to a frequency that the both of you can resonate in comfortably if you want to. We do have travel. Didn't I not say that, right? Envisioning or fantasizing about going on a trip. This person may actually want to take you away. They might be planning something very romantic, you guys. It could just be a staycation, or it could be Paris, bitch. Okay, this looks like a gondola ride. Okay, it says let's travel the world and get lost in love together. So it's a very sweet gesture that this person is coming in with, you guys. They want to do it as organically as possible. This is why they're not going to come in with the Ten of Cups energy, because it will come off as superficial, fake, fraudulent. They don't want to give you any idea that there are red flags here, right? They may want to really be vulnerable with you and let you know why they behave the way that they do, right? Why they are not as emotional. It could have something to do with their childhood or multiple rejections that they've had to deal with, right? But that is something that they have decided to change. Look at that. You can't make sense. You can't make sense. You cannot make this up. Change. Your love has transformed me. I'm forever changed. You can't make it up, you guys. Okay? So they see themselves just completely different upon either losing you or the fear of potentially losing you forever. We do have restriction here. I feel restricted and confined by my circumstances. And this is something that you don't know about this person, you guys. Okay? It could have been a very traumatic experience that they had in childhood, you guys, for real. Okay, that keeps them from being able to be like open and vulnerable and transparent. But you've made them feel safe up until this point, so they do feel like an asshole for like still remaining in this Page of Cups energy. It's not something that comes organic to them. This is why they're like coming towards you with an offer that is like substantial, right? Something that is more secure, something that is tangible, something that is practical, right? That's the way that they're going to approach this. They still might not be super duper lovey-dovey-dovey. Not that they won't ever hold your hand or kiss you or, you know, hug you, PDA and all that, because they fantasize about things like that. But it's not something that happens naturally for them. So that will have to be something that you decide whether or not it's a deal breaker or not. Okay. See, we have compromise, right? So that's what's needed in any relationship. Okay. No one person should be giving up themselves in order to be with another. This is where we get compromise. So it says, let's find a way to compromise instead of giving up on us. You see? So this is the kind of energy that they're coming in with. They are being very practical. They're willing to get on whatever ship you have going, right? Whatever you have set up, whatever your rules are, whatever the prerequisites are, whatever the requirements are. They're like, sign me up, bitch, right now. Do get the L word here, you guys, okay? Right? I do. They don't want to mess up. Yeah, so they're now pointing out this chess piece in the Emperor card. This is somebody who's like, oh, I need to slow down. They have to make the right move. They feel like they're up against a lot, right? A lot is weighing on this. This is a very risky move, and it can also be a very rewarding move. So I don't get them not trying this, okay? By any means necessary, even if you've blocked them. They've made these changes. They want to shout it from the rooftop, right? They want to show you better than they can tell you, okay? And then I also see this very, very sweet gesture. This could just be booking a trip for you and your friends, or you and your kid, or you and your family. But I get for a great majority of you, it's the two of you, because in this imagery, we have a couple here, right? They are going to want to solidify things very shortly here after the two of you have this conversation. They're going to make their intentions very much so known. And it's going to be the way that they are coming towards you and communicating is totally different. It's a complete 180 from the Page of Cups energy, right? Like they're like, period. I cannot fuck this up, right? I have to do this right. Dare I say that this Wheel of Fortune can signify, because Wheel of Fortune signifies a change, a positive change. Dare I say, collective, the change could be a change in relationship status? You like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'm just saying. That's what I heard. Relationship status change, okay? That's what I heard, that's what I heard, that's what I heard. We got Ten of Pentacles, got the Hierophant image, got the Ten of Cups. I know you hanging on to your singledom. You've been having a time. You've been having a time, okay? You've been outside. I get it. I don't get that this person is trying to change you, though. They're not trying to change you, and they don't want you to change them either. They want to compromise here. It's a very logical approach, and I would say that it's something possibly worth looking at. But we'll look in the extended to see if this is worth your fucking time, right? Like, let's see exactly what is going on. Where is this heading? Is it worth your time? Would you be wasting your time? What could you possibly be setting yourself up for? Toxically, okay, in the realms of toxicity, if you do decide to deal with this person again. Is it all a facade? Is it just talk? Talk is cheap, motherfucker. We want to see actions. I just want to make sure that this is all lining up the way that it appears to be, and nothing is being left unturned, okay? I also see what subconscious blockages are keeping you unable to release this. For those of you who are sure that you're off and on to something new, we do have the Lovers here, so it does signify a choice between two. We have the old here and the new, but the old is new. I hope I didn't just confuse. We have both old and new. Two people, old and new. So something new will be coming in just as this chapter has been closed. This needs closure either way it goes. And this older energy is coming back anew, truly transformed, truly awakened and ascended. I'll get some advice. I'll give you the floor to ask a couple questions, some time frames, all that good stuff up in the extended. So without further ado, click the like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. And I'm going to see you guys over there. So let's go.